to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome to part 2 of my live mini readings. I'm so excited to be back here doing these live mini readings for you guys. My live mini readings are sold out, but if you're watching this after it's already been uploaded, or you're just now clicking into this and you're interested in getting a live mini reading, then don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because sessions aren't usually planned. I usually do live free mini readings once a week, and then every so often I will do like I'm doing today, where I will offer one question for $15 and you can sign up. I usually drop the announcement the day before I go live, so that's why you want to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I announce these, because they tend to sell out fast. So I'm so excited to be back. I hope you guys can all hear me. I was just trying to do this part 2, and then the internet kind of dipped for a minute, which is really strange. The internet's been really great the whole time I've been here. So if you guys can just do me a favor, and if you're here, let me know in the comments below if you can hear me, if you can see the cards. That would be really great. So if you're here and you just clicked into this chat, just drop me a comment. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see the cards, because I want to just make sure you can all hear me before I do Alexis's message. So I've got Alexis's cards here. I have not started yet. If you're watching this, Alexis, we're going to get started here in a minute. I just want to get confirmation that y'all can hear me and that you can see me before I start. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know. Oh, hi, Luna. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so you guys can hear me and see me. The audio is good. You can see the cards. It seems to be better now. Let me know. That way I can start on Alexis's message. I see 4 of you guys here in the chat. It would really help me out if one of you guys could just comment and say, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can see the cards. Just let me know if you can. Just want to make sure it's all good before I get started again. Can you write that in the chat? Okay, thank you, Tara. Thank you so much, Tara. Yes. So great to hear from you, Tara. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to get started. Alexis, you want to know basically how can you rekindle things with Mark? Be able to collaborate, because you guys both are artists. Like, you have mentioned to me before that like you like to do fitness, and like you know can do social media, and he's also in social media, and like I get the sense maybe you guys have collaborated before, or you've had talks about this, like you both kind of really vibe, and I get the sense that there is going to be a way that you can collaborate. You might ask his help for something, or pick his brain about like an idea or a concept. And that might help for you guys to change the conversation and change the subject back to something that's more artistic, back to something that's more lighthearted. Also, men really love it when you ask for their help for something. I mean, they just love to mansplain, don't they? So, that's a great way to kind of get back in his good graces. And the truth is that yes, Mark does have feelings for you, and there's a connection here. However, he's been dealing with something private regarding his health. And I actually think this is his mental health. And I actually think later he's going to confess to you, and he's going to tell you like basically what happened and like what was going down. I have a feeling it has something to do with his ex and his ex-wife. We know that's a huge blockage. I feel like every time he tries to go out and just have fun and do him, it's like he gets this guilt, and like she sucks him back in, and it's like this whole drama. And so sometimes he's dealing with so much with her that he just feels like any other woman and anybody else who needs his time or attention is just too much. And I think that's why you're getting these cycles of him being really into you and you guys chatting and then having these falling outs. And so Your guides are telling you that it's not the right timing to do something bold. Like, you need to let him go. You need to let him be. If he's not coming to you right now, don't chase after him. And it really seems like with this guy, whenever you do chase him, or whenever you do push, or you go after him, or you try to get some from him, that it turns him off. And, it's important to be in your divine feminine energy. I got 2 boundaries cards too, that you need to respect his boundaries. If he's told you, I want to leave this alone right now, or like we need a break, or like he's kind of not talking, you need to respect his boundaries. But I am getting this sense that like it's confusing for you because you guys have shared intimacy. These 2 cards are coming out. And it's very frustrating when you've shared this with somebody, but there is no actual relationship. Sometimes when we've shared this with someone, we will have this expectation that other things will follow, or that the relationship should progress in a certain way. But there are still natural boundaries in this relationship where, you guys are not an official couple, and so he does not owe you anything. However, your guides are telling you this could be a situation where you need to walk away in self-respect. If he just keeps jerking you left and right, and you feel like you have to chase after him, and you have to find a way to get back in his good graces or to rekindle the relationship, then it's too much forcing on your part. This should be effortless, and we've talked about this guy before. There were times where he said he wanted nothing to do with you. He told somebody else that, but then came back. This is kind of his MO. It's like whenever you don't want him, just chilling him, he's spawning. It makes me like tough. It's like he'll bring you around for this, but then he's not giving you anything in return. Big sister me is going to tell you deserve so much more than this. Yeah. So before I just reconnect, if the audio's good, if you can hear me. Hi, Lyran Kitten. Let me know if you can hear me, Lyran, and if the audio's good, if you can see the video. Yeah, I'm going to continue Alexis's message in a moment. I just want to know, all you 5 people who are here in the chat, just drop me a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the video is good. I had problems a minute ago with the connection, so I just want to make sure that... Okay, it's lagging, but it's good now. Should I... I want to make sure it didn't cut out. Anyways. Cool. Let me know, you guys, if at any point the video lags, drop me a comment. Okay. So back to Alexis's message. I was just talking about how the big sister side of me really wants to tell you, I know you've had a hard time, like, in love lately, but, this person, sometimes you got to walk away in self-respect if somebody keeps jerking you around like this. And it's so back and forth because, I've been pulling cards on you for this guy for a while. And sometimes it's like he's all about you. And then sometimes he's busy. And then sometimes he's caught up in drama. And then sometimes he wants to see you. And then it's just like it's so consistent. And I always say that the best indication of someone's future behavior is usually their past behavior. That's actually a Dr. Phil quote. He's kind of toxic, but I still like that quote. The best indication of somebody's future behavior is actually their past behavior. So it makes me wonder if Mark has been this inconsistent with you. Is he going to continue to be inconsistent with you? If you were in a relationship with him, would he be inconsistent with you? At a certain point, you got to ask yourself, is he really going to change? And this might not really be a you problem. This might be a him problem. I do see that, I got the teacher and boundaries. Sometimes situations like this do come into our life to teach us how to have our own boundaries. also how to respect other people's boundaries. And so there's something about this being a learning experience for you. But he is going through something in private that's affecting his health, his mental health, and he'll probably tell you about it later. Now, as far as where you stand with him, he still thinks that you're attractive. He's not like completely disinterested in you. He's just not as mature as you. He's very selfish, you know? And your guides are telling you right now to let your friends help you. Like, focus on making girlfriends. If you're feeling lonely, surround yourself with new girlfriends. This is a great time to make new friends. I've been having some luck in this department. I think a lot of us are wanting to connect with new friends for the summer. So the energy is strong for this. You can make some new friends. You can go out. You can do interesting, fun things. But, and I get the sense that it's time for you to wait for him to make the effort. You've put in so much effort. This is the final test. You might just need to back off and test him and see, if I back off and I go out and I make some girlfriends and I just go do things, I have fun and I just leave it alone for a while, is he going to come to me, or is he just going to let this fizzle? And if it fizzles out, then let it, because you don't want to be stuck in a relationship where you're the one who's fought for it, you're the one who's chased for it, you're the one who's gone after it, you're the one who's keeping up, you're the one who's trying to rekindle it. You know, if you have to work that hard, it's not worth it. And I get this message that the next 6 months with him might kind of be like this. He's going through some issue. But I see that you guys might have a moment in August. I don't know if you're going to see him or if you're going to get an invitation to see him. But I do get this message that the red flags, that there are just some red flags now. They've been there for a while. If you step back and you look at the situation objectively and you ask yourself, what would I tell my best friend if they were going through this with a guy? Sometimes that helps you because you realize, oh shit, like, I'm putting up with it because I'm emotionally invested in this person. But if I wasn't really that biased and it was a friend of mine and they were going through this with a guy, I would totally tell them this. So I would also suggest too, maybe to journal about him. You've been going through this stuff with him for a while. Start keeping a journal about Mark. I know that sounds weird, but like, just journal how you're feeling about it every day. Maybe not every day, but when it comes to your mind, journal what he said to you. Just kind of start documenting the relationship, because over time you might be able to look back and realize some things about it. I remember I was in this one relationship, actually the guy I dated right before my husband. But yeah, and man, this relationship for me was so confusing. Like, I cared about him so much, but it was like really back and forth and up and down. And I started journaling about it. And that was how I finally made the decision to walk away, because I could not think clearly about this. And it's like I had this book of evidence, and I just read through it one day and was like, oh my God, I need to dump this guy. This is crazy. So who knows? Maybe through this journal, you'll find out, like, maybe there's some things that you need to clear, or maybe you realize that there's one thing that keeps upsetting you, or maybe it kind of helps you to vent and like kind of release, so you get rid of that urge or that impulse to contact him, so that you can kind of leave him alone for a little bit, respect his boundaries. Maybe you realize some cycle you guys are in, or maybe you realize, like, I just don't want this anymore, or who knows, maybe you realize you're just like really in love with him. You just never know. So I would suggest perhaps to document and write about it, and in the meantime, but there's definitely some cards coming out about, you know, it might be that, yes, you guys have a connection. Yes, you guys have a soul connection. Yes, there's feelings there, but that doesn't always guarantee that someone's going to be consistent with you. That doesn't always guarantee that someone's going to treat you right. And it's time to start looking at actions, because actions speak louder than words. He could come back later and tell you, I was going through this thing. I'm sorry. Like, can we hang out? Can we meet up? But it could be too little too late. So I have a feeling you're at a crossroads with this guy, especially because the Lionsgate portal on 8/8 is coming up. And people around that time tend to start aligning with a soulmate, and they tend to start, I see a lot of breakups around that time, or for people finally cutting off their friends with benefits or their situationships. I see a lot of people finally just releasing and getting over that person they've had a crush on forever so that they can open their heart up for something new. I see a lot of people like working it out and becoming soulmates or moving forward. So I have a feeling that by like around August, September, October, you guys are either going to move forward or not. And it's kind of hard to tell where things are at right now. And maybe you're not necessarily supposed to know which way it's going to go. But I feel like it's definitely time to maybe do some writing about this, back off. This is the final test to see, is he going to come for you? And it could just be that you back up, you work on you, you do your thing. Remember, you're already worthy. You don't have to change yourself for this guy, but maybe you just kind of energetically pull back and you might be able to give him space to come pursue you. And especially since that's kind of been the pattern with this guy. Also, during this time, you can just kind of organize your life a little bit. There's definitely a message you guys are going to be reunited. But they're telling you to start processing your feelings. You know, there's a difference between what's actually happening in this relationship, what and how you're feeling, and like what his perception of what's happening is and his feelings. And you might just need to organize and sort that out, get clear on it. Respect the boundaries, set some boundaries. They're telling you to write, and they're saying that's going to help you to relax. They're saying good things are coming. Don't worry. He's going to send you a text message. You're going to figure it out. I also see something about you making a decision to travel somewhere. Interesting. I don't know if that's to see him. It could be. But yeah, I hope that helps. That's what's coming out today. I'm sending you so much love and light. You know, you can always keep me updated. I'm rooting for you and I'm rooting for him. I know you care about this guy so much. Let's hope he gets his head out of his ass. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll move on to the next person. All right. So how it seems to be doing good? Okay. Thank you so much, Tara, for letting me know that everything was good. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the next is T. Reading for T now. Okay, is it worth it to get closure with this person? So T, I'm assuming that you're thinking about like reaching out and trying to like talk about what happened between you and this person. Maybe see if there's anything left there. Maybe to reach out to apologize or to just kind of rehash something that went down. I get you. I get you. Is it worth it to get closure? This might even be like a should I reach out kind of thing. I get you. For T, is it worth it to get closure? Okay, here's what I'm getting. First of all, I'm getting a message that yes, it's going to be worth it to get closure and that you're going to be able to get closure. It's just not in the way that you think. Okay? Now, this person seems to really be protecting themselves and their emotions, like they're not going to let you in. There's a reason that you never got closure with them in the first place, and it's because some people just aren't mature enough to be able to offer that. Also, not everybody owes you closure. Some people don't even know how to communicate their feelings and what they're really thinking or feeling. And And even if you try to talk to them and open up that conversation and you're really understanding, they just might still not be able to communicate that. And that's the situation that you're in. This person doesn't seem emotionally mature enough to be able to like really offer that to you and explain it to you. And they don't even really understand what happened in this situation. They're still processing it, and it might not be anything you're going to be able to solve with them. But I get victory, and then I got the Hermit card. I have an idea for you, another way that you can get closure. In this way, you can go within. This is the Hermit. The Hermit's all about meditation, quiet time, going within, withdrawing. I definitely think it's a message not to approach this person. But there's the victory card next to it. So they're saying that you're going to get closure in the 5D, which will translate to the 3D. So here's what I've done in situations where I wasn't able to get closure with somebody for whatever reason. What you can do is you can write this person a letter. Now, before you freak out, you're not going to send this person the letter. In the 3D at least. You're not going to send them the letter. What you're going to do is this letter is going to be for your eyes only. And you're going to write exactly what you want to say to this person, exactly how you feel, what you feel like you never got to tell them, and maybe even ask questions. And if you are angry, you can cuss them out. You can go off on them. If you're sad, you can write about it, how the situation and the relationship affected you. Just go off. No judgment. Just get it all out. And then at the end of this letter, you can do the Hawaiian Hopo'ono. You can do something, write something to the effect of, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, I'm now free and you are now free. And then you're going to take that letter and you're going to burn it. I highly recommend that you burn it. That will help release energy. But if you can't safely burn it, then just rip it up and throw it away. And you need to know that in the 5D, this person will receive the message. There will be a real energetic shift and a cord cutting that will between you guys. And it's not like you're cutting the cord to throw them out of your life, but you're cutting the cords between any fear, guilt, and shame, and anxiety, and cringiness, and just strangeness between you and the connection. And sometimes people will do this healing technique, and then the person will actually reach out to them for closure or to talk, or the next time you see them, things are a little bit better. Or you just, maybe it doesn't affect you as much and you feel like, you know what, I got my closure. Another way that you can do this is by playing some gentle waterfall music and lying down, and maybe you can just clear your chakras or just breathe and just, picture every muscle in your body relaxing and get yourself into that meditative state. And then you can imagine yourself in some tranquil nature setting, like, by a trickling stream or something in a meadow. And you can imagine them approaching you. And then this person sits down in front of you and you sit down in front of them. Maybe you hold hands with them and you look in their eyes and you tell them exactly what you need to tell them. And maybe you even imagine them telling you what you want to hear, or apologizing to you, or explaining things to you in meditation. You'd be so surprised how real and powerful this can be. And then same thing, you can say, I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you, I'm now free and you are now free. And you can imagine either yourself or perhaps Archangel Michael with this sword of light cutting that energetic cord between you guys, and just restoring the connection to love and light. And I've done these healing techniques and they work so well. It's why if you watch my channel a lot, you'll notice that these are the main techniques I talk about. I like to keep it simple. I'm doing this all the time. And this is the sun. Your guides are telling you you're going to get this closure, but it might be a better opportunity for you to go within, because sometimes in the 3D, people just are not able to give you that. And for some reason, I'm getting this feeling that your guides are telling you that stop yourself. You do something you regret, like reaching out or sending some long message, and then just kind of feeling dumb about it. I mean, don't regret it if you've done something like that already, but it's just like you're gonna be left feeling bad about it. And I feel like you can handle this within. And your guides are telling you, quick, go have fun. Get out of your head about this situation. Go do something fun for yourself. Get this off your head. You don't need to carry this guilt or this shame anymore. Closure is for you, it's not for them. You can handle this. This is a big message I'm getting for you. I hope that this resonates. And look, you guys are saying that this healing's going to help you so much because you're going to attract somebody incredible, into your life in this place. When you make space, you're going to receive something new. It could be that very shortly after you write this letter or you do this meditation or you express yourself in that way, that you could connect with a new soulmate. Also, don't feel bad about still feeling bad about this or maybe hanging on to this connection. You guys had a very strong past life connection. And you guys have a soul connection, yes. But funny enough, I see marriage in your future. I see marriage in your future. This might not be the person you end up marrying. You could just be feeling lonely and hoping that they will want you back or that you guys can make peace or whatever. But I see marriage. And if for some reason you're asking for closure over somebody who's like a relative or a friend, and I picked it up wrong, this is romantic, then you can still these same exact messages, even the part about love coming in. This all is taking place in your sacral chakra area. The sacral chakra wants clearing. These cords want to be cut. And funny enough, your sacral chakra is very much connected to fun and adventure and creativity as well. That might also be why they're telling you to go have fun and do these healings so that you can clear this energy, attract new love in. But I think it's a beautiful thing to think, I want to heal this. I don't want there to be any bad blood in my past. I want this connection to just be free. And, these are some techniques. I hope that they help you. And yeah, thank you so much for asking a question. And I'll see you next time. All right, we're going to move on to the next person. All right, what's up, Jasmine? Great to hear from you, dear. Ooh, okay. So you're currently not working and you're wondering what kind of job or work situation is coming towards you. So let's look into it. Now, look, it might not just come to you. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to apply. And I also would suggest to create a vision for what kind of job you want to get. And that might be why nothing's coming, because sometimes we just kind of desperate and we're like, I'll take anything. And I get that. I've been there before. It's totally cool. But if you can think more about your skill set, what you want to experience next, and maybe make a vision board for like what kind of an environment you picture yourself working in. It doesn't even have to be that specific, but just kind of narrow it down a little bit. Have your vision. For example, do you picture yourself working outdoors or indoors? Do you picture yourself having your own office, or are you working your way up the ladder somewhere? Or is it entry-level position? Are you working with kids? Are you working with adults? Just make a little vision board of like what you picture yourself doing, what the atmosphere is like, maybe like your coworkers. Just have fun with it. Make a cute vision board. And I would suggest to make your vision board for the next step. Instead of making your vision board for your dream job, I've seen people manifest their dream job in a relatively short amount of time. But, really think about, where do you realistically picture yourself? And people tend to have a better experience manifesting like that. Like, for example, it's always best, I say, where do you picture yourself 6 months or a year? Make a vision board for that. Let's say you're trying to manifest a new home and you're like, okay, so I want a beautiful apartment. It might not be time to manifest the mansion with the 10 cars and the sea view. Maybe just the apartment, So like for you, what's the next step look like instead of the dream job? And I believe that this next job could be something that's very close to your dream job. But I just get the sense that there's a part of you that thinks that you're stuck doing stuff you don't like to do, and roof over your head, the food on your table, you want to support yourself, you really want to move on to a better position. Sometimes too, we have trouble attracting work because we're kind of lost in life and we don't know what our vision is. I tell people who've been unemployed for a while that they need to, like, first, what's the big picture? What's your true dream? If you had $1 million, money wasn't an obstacle, what would you do with your life and what would you do with your time? And obviously you travel. Obviously you buy a bunch of cool shit and you'd like sit on the beach and drink pina coladas all day, right? But at a certain point that gets boring. And when I lived in Los Angeles, I worked with people who were very wealthy, and I was kind of shocked to see that most of these people had jobs that they didn't even need. You know, I met people who were extremely wealthy, who were teachers, or who were working with kids, or who started an organization, or who were writers, or just whatever, because that was just their passion. So money is a tool. And you might realize that there are certain gifts that you have, certain talents that you have that you would offer and that you would give, you know, regardless of how much money you had. So when you make a vision board for that, or you just spend some time journaling and writing down like what path you want to go on and what that vision is, that will help you to be like, okay, this is my big vision. Now, what's the next step for me? And obviously, you're going to have some money to invest in whatever your big dream is. And so that's where this job that you have right now comes into play. This next job you're going to get is going to be about getting you more independence, helping support you, just your bread and butter, so that you can set yourself up nights and weekends and your time off to keep working towards your dreams. And if this job that you get next somehow ties in with that, that would be great. Let's say that you want to work in the health industry. Well, perhaps you end up working at a restaurant that serves really healthy food and has like a great mission. Let's say that you want to inspire other people and be like a coach or life coach or something. Maybe you work at a gym and you do personal training because you're working with health and you're starting on that path of coaching others. You know, you could be a soccer coach or swim coach or something, and maybe that's not totally connected to being a life coach, but you can start coaching in one area and move forward. Let's say that you decide you want to go back to school and you want to be a nurse. Well, maybe you can work front desk in a health center. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you decide that you want to do social media and you want to be like a speaker. Maybe you work at a job that puts you in front of a lot of people where you have to speak or you have to manage and delegate a lot of things, or maybe even be creative. So sometimes you can connect the dots like that. Some jobs that you think are completely arbitrary and totally not even connected to your future end up being the perfect thing for you. So I do see that you're leaving difficult times behind because your last job is really toxic and they just weren't paying you very much. And now it's getting down to crunch time because you really like to have more finances, to have more fun, and to support yourself. And I do see that you have this dream of moving out or getting your own place, or and they are telling you that you need to look at things from a different perspective, like we were just talking about. Start with the big goal. Kind of get straight with yourself. You don't have to have everything figured out. Like when I started Rainbow Harmony, I just knew I wanted to share the tarot. I had no idea that I was going to do a YouTube channel, that I was going to offer readings, that like the specifics of my business now, I did not have that worked out. I just had like a vibe. So that's all you need to know. It's just like, what's your vibe? And then you can work from there. But to answer your question, what do I see you doing? Okay, it's so weird because I picked up this deck and this card flashed at me and now it's here, flew out of the deck. So I definitely see you doing something. I feel like an internship or entry-level job. It might have something to do with graphic design or even influencing. You might be somebody who's doing content creation. I feel like you could be working for a job, like I just really see entry-level position for content creation, marketing, graphic design, something kind of like that. So you might be working for a company that's like some type of media company. So I would suggest to look into that. Look into some type of media company. There seems to be an opportunity for you. It's something that's very technological. You could even be working from home. Yeah, because it says using technology, collaging video and sound, interactive and computer based, designing apps, technology, Photoshop, computer graphics, animation, 3D printing, digital art, internet art, robotics, video games. So it could be something tech related. That would definitely be an area to look into, but it could even be more on the creative side. Let's see if we've got any other messages about this job. They want now relax. Your guides are telling you to relax. The job's gonna come in its perfect timing. They're also saying this job could come through a friend. A friend could tell you about this job. Definitely put the word out you're looking for work, and really work on increasing your network and making friends. That's one of the main ways you find jobs. And they're saying you just needed this time to be unemployed for a little bit so that you could process some things. We got to take a break sometimes. We're not robots, we're not machines. And then they are saying something about music. Now, I don't know if you're going to end up doing something musical in your future. If you have a gift with that or you're really into music, whether that's, music production, anything to do with the music industry, or maybe even producing music, performing, I don't know, but this could also be a message to you to be listening to like high vibrational music to help raise your frequency, like crystal bowls, those solfeggio frequencies, high vibe energy music can help you raise your vibration. Maybe they're telling you relax, listen to music, just chill, you're going to be okay. The job is coming. Anything else I can get for you about this future job? Well, this reminds me that we have a conjunction coming, I believe, on July 29th in Virgo, and a lot of people will be quitting their jobs. There's going to be like another like great resignation, and so a ton of jobs are going to open up around the end of July, and you're probably likely to find something around then. So very, very soon. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. You're definitely going to get a job opportunity, job offer. It's not going to come out of thin air. You might need to really focus on pursuing friendships, networking, get on LinkedIn and go hard at it. I get that message for you, but it does have something to do with the new media. So I hope that that helps. Thank you so much for asking a question and for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, we're going to move on to the next person. All right, so Sunflower is next. What's up, Sunflower? Ooh. Okay, so I can only answer one of those questions. But basically, you're wondering, so Sunflower, you're wondering if you should take this opportunity to go up to the highest mountain in Japan to spend some time for this summer, but you're also feeling really exhausted from your work and you're wondering like if you're going to be pushing yourself and your body and your energy too much. I get it. Sometimes we have these big plans, but we realize what we really just need is like a staycation or something more chill. It happens. You have to listen to your body, but I'll definitely pull some cards for you and see what's going on here. Okay. So traveling for Sunflower to the highest mountain of Japan. Whoa. All I'm getting here is something about relationship troubles or like a breakup or like you really missing someone and something falling apart. So I really hope that I'm not predicting the end of your current relationship or like some type of struggle that you guys are going to have, but you just need to know that that's coming out. My intuition is telling me that like you're healing and you're recovering from some type of breakup or romantic situation. And I mean, I get the sense that you've been having a lot of anxiety over this situation. I don't know if you're like worried, if I go, am I going to lose my chance with this person, or is it going to make everything fall apart or something? But I do get this sense that there's worries here. There's fears here. I don't know if I see the end of a relationship. I just feel kind of like anxieties, worries, fear, conflict. But to be honest, I see you having the time of your life going up to the highest mountain in Japan and it being amazing, and that this is exactly what you need, and that it's going to bring balance into your life. And this opportunity came to you at this time for a reason. And like, I get the sense that when you get into nature, you will instantly be energized. I know you mentioned that your job is like really stressing you out and making you tired, but I feel like the answer is to get out of this city, to get out of that environment and go to nature, and you will be so restored. I remember, um, gosh, this is like kind of a horrible story, but I'm just going to tell you anyways. I used to like years ago, I struggled with like an eating disorder, and I was like going hiking and I hadn't eaten in I just hadn't eaten in a long time. And I started feeling like I was going to faint and pass out. And I just went over to this pine tree and I sat in it and I just started crying, and I just touched the pine tree and I just asked it to give me strength to make it to the waterfall. That was the whole goal of doing this. And like, as soon as I did that, I felt instantly re-energized and I was able to make it to the waterfall and back. And then like, obviously I got help later for the whole situation, but it's just, I remember like being in nature and feeling super drained and super tired and at like a really low point in my life, and how the energy of that tree just gave me sustenance and gave me life and just gifted me, with the energy and the strength that I needed. I wouldn't recommend doing that in the situation I was in. But I'm going to say, like, I can imagine for you being out there in nature and just, being with the plants and the animals, like, you're going to have that bounce in your step and you can take it as slow as you want. And, I get the sense that you're going to really enjoy this time. And it is very daunting. It is very much like a Mecca or like a pilgrimage. It's a very spiritual thing you're about to go do. It's probably why you're feeling so intimidated and freaked out, because you're about to go have a life-changing experience. I don't know how you're going to get to this top of this mountain. I don't know if you're planning on hiking it or just driving up. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be a journey, and it's out of your element, and it's so different. And of course, you're going to have these fears about it, but you need to do what's best for you, but the cards are telling you that this is going to be amazing for you, and you're going to release so much up there. It's going to be an emotional experience. There's definitely going to be some tears, but you're going to see everything with a new perspective. And, from the beginnings of time, people have been going on these spiritual journeys to, have these vision quests, basically. I believe that's what you're about to go do. You're about to go on a vision quest. And, I don't know, I kind of want to read about that to you. Vision quest. It's going to be like initiation. So let's read about this. Okay. A reality check is needed. Hang on. Let me just pull some information from this. Okay, so basically you're about my vision quest, and this process is going to threaten to strip away the very ground on which you stand. It's basically completely out of your element. And going up there is going to help you perceive yourself and your entire life in a different position. And it's going to make you feel kind of like you're in limbo or set adrift, but at that time, like, these doors are going to open for you. Your perception is going to open. You're going to come back down from that mountain a completely different person, completely changed in the best sense. It's almost like you can't run from this situation. This opportunity has come to you for a reason. You have to pass through it. It's a symbol of how you can't run from the major shifts and major growth in your life. It's also like you need an escape right now. Like, you quite literally need to go escape from your work, and this is a perfect opportunity. Don't postpone it, because you're going to keep being met with these opportunities to take these risks, to go somewhere different, to get away. I might as well just grab this one. It's just time. It's meant to be. It's meant to be that you go on this trip. And this is why you're feeling so much anxiety, because you know you're about to go on this deep spiritual journey. Going to the top of this mountain, the highest mountain in Japan. It's not small potatoes. But look, you're capable of doing this. And they're also telling you that, yeah, you're going to be gifted with incredible strength. You're going to be so invigorated. You attracted this for a reason. And then this is a travel card. I think it's the world. They're like, get out there, go do it, make it happen. You're capable. This is going to be the first of many incredible adventures. And look, this person's kind of like standing on top of a mountain here. The horse symbolizes travel. It's a very positive card. Yeah, you're going to do this. I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, we're going to move on to the next person. All right, Liz, what's up? This next reading is for Liz. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so basically, sorry I'm shaking the camera so much, you guys. I'm just having trouble getting comfy. I don't know. It keeps being all wobbly. I should probably get a new tripod. I think it's time. Anyways, back to you, Liz. Liz, you want to know, why is it not working out between you and your crush? Is there just not enough attraction? Do you just need to give it more time? Should you do something? I get the sense that, like, you just really want to know the truth, and I can do that. I'm going to get you some information here, and we're just asking for the honest truth from your guides. If they're just not that into you, I'll tell you, okay? I don't like to lie to people, tell them what they want to hear just because they paid me. In my experience, that does not keep loyal clients. I'd rather tell you the truth than hurt your feelings. And you just trust you'll be able to get accurate readings from me than just stroke your ego. So if for some reason I do get really quick, they're just not that into you, I'll pull you some cards and see who is coming your way, okay? So how does this person feel about you? What's going on in this connection with Liz and her crush? Okay, to be honest, they still really like you. They have not lost feelings for you, but I feel like they did kind of drop the ball. I don't know what the heck happened, but the awkward elephant in the room is that when you guys were first jiving and talking and connecting, the energy was like really strong, and it's kind of faded a little bit, or like it's not gone anywhere. And time is kind of dragging on, and it is kind of getting awkward because it's like, yo, we either gonna do this or we not. You know, there's been a lot of beating around the bush. I think your crush is just nervous. This says, I want to make the effort and mend this relationship. So they do want to continue to pursue you. They want to get rid of the awkwardness, or maybe they dropped the ball and like got a little self-conscious. I get the sense that they like, I feel like you've been playing it cool, and maybe so cool that they don't know that you're really that into them. So yeah, they're kind of like a little bit intimidated by the situation. This says, I feel your energy around me when I see your favorite flower, watch a couple strolling together on the beach, or hear your favorite song. It makes me nostalgic for you. So they, you know how like you're thinking about this person all the time, they're in your head, and like you hear the love songs, you think about them. They feel exactly the same way. So they still really crushing on you. But this says, I miss when things were simpler and easy between us. I think this person needs to pull up their big boy pants, or their big girl pants, or their big person pants, and like ask you out or really hit you up, or like they need to keep it going. Like sometimes people just don't have enough confidence or self-worth or maturity to like really pursue someone, and sometimes the shyness can just overcome them. And that's what I see. I feel like your crush is like a little bit shy. This says, I've never been in a relationship where I felt I could be free to be myself, so this is kind of scary for me. I'm still very into you. I don't know how this works. Like, they're confused. It's like they don't know what the next step is. I just want to slap your crush and be like, the ball's in your court, dude. The ball is in your court. Like, sorry, but you can't expect her or them to just do everything, you know? So sorry, I'm like so emotionally invested in this one. Look, you guys are still getting to know each other. I think you need to like chill a little bit and like give this some time. They're going to work up the confidence. They're going to work up the courage. They just need a little bit more time. Yes, you need to encourage them, but you need to be very careful not to chase this person. Because sometimes when you're dating someone who's a little bit more shy, if you end up pushing and doing all the work, then it can set the precedent for you to kind of wear the pants in the relationship, or for you to push things along. Sometimes that can intimidate and overwhelm someone like that, and it can just switch up the whole relationship dynamic. Look, I'm not trying to be like, I'm feminist. I'm not trying to be like the man should do all the work and the woman should do this, but I do really believe in the energy exchange between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And I've watched my own relationship in my life shift and change and become a lot easier as I've gone into my divine feminine energy of receptivity. So if you identify as someone who's more divine feminine, it's going to be important that you're receptive. But there are ways to nudge people along, you know, smiling, flirting, compliments. I just don't like text them way too much and then like, you know, get all emo and like send all this crazy shit. We've all been there. Just watch yourself, be confident, know your worth, nudge them along a little bit. Flirt. You have the right to send someone a text if you haven't heard that from them in a while, to kind of check in on it, but just don't double text, you know. Sometimes back off and see, are they going to come to you? There needs to be a matching of the energy in the energy exchange. And I say at this point in time, it's too soon to tell. I think they're into you. I do think that the beginning, you guys were really strong, and then it kind of fizzled out just a tiny bit. It could have been just because they got a little nervous, or they're just not sure. Are you still into them? I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't think you need to go throw yourself at them to prove the point you like them. I think you just might need to give them a little nudge, be a little extra flirty, give them a compliment, see what they bring in back to you. Your guides are telling you you deserve love, you're totally worthy, and that, you know, if this person isn't bringing it back to you, it might be that, look, this says unrequited love. I don't think it's just that they're not attracted to you. It's just they might not be able to bring it back. You can't teach someone how to date you and what to do and show them the way and hold their hand. They basically just might not be masculine enough for you. I know that sounds weird, but you know, a masculine person or your divine masculine is going to pursue you. And if you have to do all the footwork, it's just not good. And they could like you. They could want to be with you. They could want to make the effort, but them wanting that and them actually doing it is two different things. So we're talking about this a lot today, about how actions speak louder than words. So I'm going to say this person does like you. They want to make the effort, but look, you can lead a horse to water and you can't make them drink. I don't know. Are you younger, or is this person just a little immature? I get the sense that, you know, there's something about, I'm getting, this person has no self-care. Like in their head, they're really, really hard on themselves, and they're really down, and they don't think that you like them at all. And they're just like feeling awkward and insecure. And I know that's cute and you want to help them out, but it's like being in a relationship with someone like that is actually like really shitty. And so your guides are telling you, just be tender with them. And really, you guys have a blank slate. Don't start making up stories in your head of like where this is really going, because the truth is you really don't know. And I would say, like, to kind of tenderly nudge them and flirt with them a little bit and compliment them. But if you have to baby this person too much and like you have to be the one asking them out, you have to be the one asking them plans, and you have to do all the footwork, then that's somebody who needs to grow up a little bit more and they're not masculine enough for you. And so I do see a risk that that could be what happens here. And it's not that they're not attractive or they don't want you. It's just like they don't have the capacity to come and get you yet. And you don't want to be you don't want to be the person who has to teach this person all that shit, because that's just no. But there's a reason they came into your life, and I feel like you have such a strong connection with them. There's a reason they came into your life, and you know they do really really like you, but I just feel like they're inexperienced, or they're shy, or they just like are out of their element with you. I feel like that's what this card was about. So I feel like, you know, your guy just wants you to have peace and just, you know, take it day by day. I think if you want to come back, if you still crushing on this person, like a couple weeks or months from now, and you want to come back for another reading, I really don't like to do that to people and say, oh, you got to come back to find out more. I don't like to string people along. But if you really do need to hear about this more as this develops, hit me up for a love reading. They're only $45. And, you know, since I did this session with you, just remind me and ask for a discount code. Just be like, yo, can I get a discount code? I got a reading from you in your live. You said you'd give me one. I'll give you a little discount code if you want to talk about this more. But I think it might be a little too soon to tell. You guys are a great match. You are a great match. And there is a possibility for you guys falling in love here. And I see like you guys are going to resolve this conflict, but this has everything to do with them. They're in a dark place and they're very low self-esteem, and it's like they just kind of over there having a pity party, and you're just like, hey, giving them all this good energy, and they're just like, meh. They're not opening their eyes to see the truth that you are into them. They have this whole different perception, and it kind of worries me. It makes me worry about what would it be like to date this person if you have constantly having to do this. You know, they should be lifting you up too. But obviously this is so early in the connection. So maybe they just getting cold feet and a little nervous, and you'll see what happens. So I hope that helps you. That's the download I'm getting about the situation. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person. Okay. Oh, I know who this is. Hi, Season. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for ordering 2 readings. I'm excited to chill with you and just answer these questions for a little while here. So excited. So we're going to start with your first question. Oh, that's so exciting. So, Season, what fun opportunities are coming in for you for this next year? I'd like to answer this first question by breaking this down into seasons. 4 seasons. So let's start with like the rest of this summer into the early fall. Opportunities coming for you the rest of this summer into the early fall. Okay, so this is so interesting. So the rest of this summer into the early fall, what I'm seeing for you is, you know, it's funny because it looks like something about literally you giving birth and being in a happy relationship and like pregnancy. So it could literally be that's what I'm pulling here. But I also feel like this could be metaphoric because I am getting the well. Like, basically, this big blessing and fun opportunity that's coming for you is some type of inspiration that you're going to get. And because of this creative inspiration, you are going to decide to start on a new journey, to give birth to something, to have this new project, and you're going to bring it out into the world. That's what extroverted is about. It's like And your guides are saying this opportunity is nearby. You've been wanting to do this for a while, and I also feel like you're going to receive some type of financial abundance very soon, and you're going to realize either you can take some time off of work, or you can invest in some type of material or tool or education, or I don't know. I feel like I see you buying new clothes, getting your hair done, and like having a little bit of a glow up, and then just feeling like you're confident to start your YouTube channel or your TikTok, or to start the business, or to sign up for that training you always wanted to do. Like it's something kind of like that. And so you're just finally doing it. You're launching the jewelry collection, or you're writing the book, and you wrote a whole bunch of chapters. Like I just get the feeling you're going to have a quantum leap, and this is all going to happen really fast. And as part of this project you're launching, there's going to be a lot of people involved. And so that's why I see you being like really extroverted, and this opportunity is nearby. I mean, literally, this is going to happen in the next couple months. And as I talk about this, you probably already know what it is. Maybe it's a path that you're already on, but your guys just want you to know there's going to be success with this, and that, yes, it's also going to be a lot of fun. Is there anything else specific they can tell me about this project, this opportunity? Whew. Yeah, they're saying that you needed balance and moderation, and you needed to wait for perfect timing. This is something you've been trying to get off the ground for a really long time, but finally, like, it's like overnight, it just happens. You just do it, and you're like, oh, that was easy. But, don't feel bad when that happens, because it needed to be the right time. So the doors are going to open for this. And they're saying for the longest time, you've been unable or unwilling to make a decision. You've been at a stalemate with this situation, but that's literally what this thing is. It's like one day you're like, you know what, I'm doing this now. And they're saying that your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. You have a love of life because this ends up being successful. Abundance comes through it. Definitely seems like some type of business opportunity. It's very, very exciting. It's something that's very artistic related. Yeah, okay, let's look into the late fall to early winter. So fun opportunities coming your way for the late fall, early winter. Feeling drawn to talk to the angels about this. This kind of continues off what I was just saying. They're talking about how you're having a change in your creativity. Some of the projects and things you used to think you wanted to do, you're kind of over it. You're like totally rebranding your life. Maybe you were always known for being the person that was really good at pottery, but now you're like the dancer. It's something kind of like that. So you're definitely switching gears. And so I think that this fun opportunity, I really see what's happening in the early fall and midwinter is basically just a continuation of what we just talked about. So same thing, but they're saying the fun thing about it is that you feel like you are just totally in your truth, feeling completely honest with yourself, really just resonating your true authentic energy out there. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of people seeing you come out into the world like this, and like you're going to be really open about it, and they're going to want to pick your brain. They're going to want advice from you. And so that's going to be really fun, is new people are going to be drawn into your life. You're going to be telling people, here's how I got on this path. You're going to be sharing a lot. There's going to be like a lot of hype around you. Let's look into the late winter to early spring. Okay, I definitely see like a random travel opportunity coming to you the late winter to early spring. And it seems like this says embrace your weirdness, because it might be something that I don't know, it could come through like a relative, or it could be going to like kind of a strange place, or it could be because you have to help somebody move somewhere, or like something kind of random like that. But this trip ends up giving you a lot of me time, and it ends up being a lot of fun. And I think while you're also there, you explore that there's like a natural park or somewhere nearby where you can go on a hike, and it ends up being really beautiful. And I get this sense that like this is the first of a lot of travel opportunities manifesting for you. And in this place, it's something related to family. So it could be like a relative or somebody close to you asking for help, or like needing to go somewhere and you going with them, something like that. But it ends up being really fun. It ends up being really exciting. It's like helping you get this boost with manifesting travel. Yeah, it is something you have to do for work or responsibility, but it ends up being amazing. Now, we're going to just pull real quick for the late spring to midsummer for you. Fun opportunities. These cards don't look that fun. I think some shit ends up going down around then. I don't know if like something happens with your living situation or something financial and it's kind of freaky, but it ends up pushing you to be somewhere incredible. So I see a fun opportunity for you to move, do something spontaneous, pick up everything and just go somewhere completely new. It might come about in a tumultuous way, but it ends up being really, really fun. Yeah, you're definitely moving, you're transitioning, you're going somewhere new. Yeah, this card just comes out to tell me to trust my intuition. That's what I see for you. So, woo, we pulled a lot of cards. I gotta move on to your next question. But I hope that all resonates. It's gonna be a wild year for you. It's gonna be exciting. You're gonna have a huge breakthrough. And honestly, it's coming really, really, really soon. And I bet this conjunction on July 29th, I believe it is on, has something to do with that for you. So you just get ready. You hold on to your pants because it's about to get crazy. In the best way possible. So the second question for season. Does Spirit have any advice for what you're going through right now? Yeah, I mean, just based off everything I just read for you, it seems like you might just be feeling a little directionless or tired or almost like a little jaded and kind of disillusioned with life and seeing all of the things that have been going on out there and the reality and like this creepy, weird sci-fi 1984 freaking reality we're in right now. The fear, the suffering of the world might have got to you a little bit, and that's okay. Like, it's been a really emotional time. It's also Cancer season, and I was not prepared for how emotional these last couple of weeks were gonna be. And I feel you. You might just be feeling at the end of your rope, or maybe you're getting this whole like I'm getting older thing going on, like what do I do now? And maybe you're searching for like meaning in your life, and I kind of just, that's just what I'm picking up on, just like a lot that's going on. And maybe there's about to be announcements in the media that there's a recession. There's just a lot of fear going out there, and everybody's just like, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. But it's not true. You can have a beautiful life. You can have beautiful things. You can create peace for yourself. You don't have to have it all to experience that now either. It's really about getting out of your own way. It's about a mindset. I also get the sense that it's really important for you right now to take control of your health. I don't know what you've been eating, if you've been exercising or getting sunlight, but start with the basics. That's the message I'm getting. If you can just work out a little bit, get some sunshine, lay by the lake, the river, the ocean, or picnic in the park, stretch a little bit, eat fruits and vegetables, drink lots of water, avoid the processed sugars and carbohydrates, you're going to feel so much better. And I know that's a lot. It's a lot. Like, it's the most basic thing, right? To just take care of ourselves in that way. But so many of us can't do it. And I feel like it's because we, well, first of all, we procrastinate. We always say tomorrow I'm going to do the health thing. But second of all, it has to do with self-love and worthiness. And I always tell people the best way to love yourself, the way I define self-love, is meeting your needs and following your dreams. And so maybe it's time to just focus on meeting your needs first, focusing on, what are the physical needs of your body right now? Start physical, because if that's like a really 3D thing, it's really easy to do. And then you start working on your physical health, and your mental health will improve, and your spiritual health will improve as well. You start working on your mental health, and the health of your body and your spirit will improve as well, and vice versa. I think it's easier, and you're going to see bigger results in all areas of your life when you can focus on the physical health. So there's a huge, huge message about your physical health. Just focus on that right now. Very simple. Just focus on that. But the next advice I'm giving for you is once you physically feel a little bit better, that it is time to take stock of your life. I do get this message that you are a little bit older, not like that matters, but like you're making the journey from mother to crone. I know that sounds weird and I hate that name crone, but it's like it's somebody who's ready to become very wise, somebody who's ready to mentor and help others, somebody who has like a lot of wisdom to them. And I don't know what that's about, or even like if you are at that age, or maybe this is just a vibe for you right now, but you are getting ready to, like, you know, you're looking back on your life and you're thinking, I want to leave some type of legacy behind. I want to look and see a beautiful place and situation around me. And maybe you're freaking out because you're worried, like, I don't know if I have a lot of time left to like establish all that, or like I just keep feeling like there's not enough time. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. And I get this feeling that you've already done so many incredible things to know that you've lived your purpose just by being here and participating and just putting good vibes out. You have no idea how many hearts and lives you've touched. You've already touched my life. You know, you've really done so much, and I get this vibe that you're about to step into your golden years, like vibe wise. You're about to take this journey. You're going to be creating something really blissful for yourself. It is very much like a retirement vibe. I don't know if you're someone who's looking at just retiring early, or maybe you just want a peaceful life where you can just be in nature and get away from everything. I feel like you're very much on like a peace-seeking path, and you've had to cut out a lot of people and a lot of situations to get there. Like you're definitely on a path of liberation. And I see like that's what you're doing right now, is you're making a plan to like be like, okay, I need to liberate myself and be more free. So let's see if Spirit has any more advice for you. Anything else you need to know? Yeah, you're getting ready to create something new for sure. And they're saying big blessings are coming that have reflected just everything you've done in your life. And that, you know, you do feel like something is missing, and your guides are telling you to listen to your inner self, because that's what wants to be created. The thing that you feel like this world is missing, or the thing that you feel like is missing, or that you never got, you're going to put that into the world. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. All right, you guys, I'm just going to take a quick 10-minute break. I need to take some breaths, stretch a little bit, ground my energy, and then we're going to be doing just the last few of you. How many are left, John? I got 5 people when we come back, okay? And we're starting with, is it Liren next? No? Can you just tell me the order and I'll just shout it out right now? Who's it? Uh-huh. So when we come back from the break, we've got Chelsea next. Then we have Terry B. Then Luna. Then BT. And then Liren. Okay? So that's who's next. I'll see you guys in about a little under 10 minutes. Make sure to part 3.